Welcome back to the Silver and Black today. And this morning, we are just overjoyed to be joined by a true Raiders legend in Cliff Branch. And let's just go over these numbers because they're mind-boggling to me. 14 years, Cliff Branch was an Oakland and Los Angeles Raider. His entire NFL career in the Silver and Black. 3 Super Bowl rings, of course, 11, 15, and 18. Only one of 6 Raiders with 3 Super Bowl rings, and the only wide receiver with 3.
That is so true.
Yes. That's right. And also, I mean, the numbers, Cliff, are amazing. 501 receptions, 8,600, almost 8,700 yards, 67 touchdowns. And when you retired, you led the NFL in postseason receptions, 73 receptions, 1,289 yards, 17.7 yards per catch in the playoffs. That means that when it's money time, you're there. You were there.
Yeah, I was moving the chains, that's for sure. we were never short on first downs.
And I always remember one of the favorite I think moments in your career for me was I think one of the, if not the greatest regular season game against the Redskins in 1983 when Jim Plunkett threw you a 99-yard touchdown pass, which was actually longer than 99, but of course the NFL counts it from the 1-yard line,
right? It should have been 99 and a half.
That's right. I want to ask the question first. How the heck are you, Jim Plunkett, Tom Flores, and then we're talking to a gentleman later in the show, Phil Villapiano, as well. How are you guys not in the Hall of Fame?
Well, Mr. Davis, a lot of people didn't care for Mr. Davis because he was an innovator in every aspect of his life. He was always the first. He was a true pioneer in everything that he did in his life. So there was a lot of resentment against Mr. Davis when he wanted to move the team from Oakland to Los Angeles, and you always had to get a vote. He took the team anyway. He didn't need no vote, you know. When we moved back, he had to get the vote. It wasn't no vote. He's doing it. So he was a pioneer, and he was a man with true conviction, and he was going to do it his way, and he always did it his way. So a lot of sports writers resented that, the power that he had. And then you think that his whole resume, I mean, being a commissioner, you know, bringing the NFL and the AFL together, he was part of that. So he had a lot of power, and a lot of people didn't think you should have that kind of power that he had.
Well, and I still have faith that it will happen and the right things. I mean, you've been a finalist, so you're right there. And then, of course, Coach Flores is such a good man and was a great coach, and he deserves to be there. Just as Al did with the team, right, with forging a way with diversity. You look at Tom and being the first Hispanic quarterback, and then, of course, being head coach to win the Super Bowl. So I have hope that him and Jim Plunkett and yourself will be there in the near future.
Well, Coach Flores was my receiver coach. I made all pro under him as his guidance and his teaching me as a receiver. And then you think Tom has 4 Super Bowl rings. He has 1 as a player, 2 as one as assistant coach, and 2 as a head coach. He has 4 Super Bowl rings. I mean, a lot of these Hall of Fame coaches that are in the Hall of Fame, he beat them. Yes. So how do you not give him his due? So he's well deserving too. Well, I like to look back when I was making All-Pro, making the Pro Bowls and stuff. I was first team All-Pro 3 consecutive years, and then Pro Bowl 4 straight years, and then on the Pro Bowl team, Lynn Swan was always backing me up. So I mean, I was always the starter, and he was the backup. So that's another point right there I'd like to bring up.
And you can also go to RaidersFoundation.org where you can get more information as well. So that's really great. And Cliff, again, just thank you for coming in. And we look forward to seeing more of you here in Las Vegas as the team gets closer. And I know how active you are in not only the Raider Foundation, but other charity work that you do. So thank you for all that you've done off the field as well.
Well, I'm part of the alumni, so when the Raiders reach out to me, I'm always available for the Raiders and stuff like that, because we are all about family, and the Raiders love their former players, and because we built this thing to where we are today, and John Gruden is going to bring something special to the Raider organization, because we will have a Super Bowl one day in Vegas, and we hope to be playing in that Super Bowl.
Of course, Raider legend Cliff Branch. Cliff, thank you again for coming in.
Well, thank you for letting me come in and get the message out.
All right, Cliff Branch, Raider great. And again, don't forget the Celebrity Swing Wednesday, May 9th and we will put information up on that on our website, silverandblacktoday.com, and we'll continue to have more information here on the show. You're listening to the Silver and Black Today Show on CBS Sports Radio, 1140 a.m.